Good afternoon. Phil Lindemann with your Krystal 93 News from Mountain Comfort Furnishings and Design. The final chapter of the Summit Middle School sex assault scandal is getting longer. 4 school employees were in court yesterday. They will fight allegations that they failed to report abuse. In September, a local jury found accused teacher Leonard Grams not guilty on all charges. The jury believed the students were misinterpreting accidental contact. Attorneys for the 4 other accused now want transcripts from that trial. DUI and skipping court are the top reasons people went to Summit County Jail this year. We are reviewing the almost year-end numbers from Summit County Sheriff's Office. 126 people were busted for driving while intoxicated. That's more than 1/4 of all arrests. 108 skipped a court date. The most common violent offenses were assault and domestic violence, 71 and 74 arrests. Sheriff's deputies alone responded to more than 18,000 calls for service this year. Sheriff Jamie Fitzsimons.
At the end of November, we are up 33% over November of 2022 in call volume. It's a remarkable number.
Fewer than 3% of calls ended in handcuffs. Not included in those 18,000 calls were 1,600 calls for mental health crisis.
As I always say, we're not dirt roads and wooden sidewalks anymore. We are now a suburb of Denver.
Fitzsimons says the SMART co-responder team is getting busier every year. But they have also faced criticism, most publicly in the death of Charlie Foster, the 18-year-old shot dead by police in Summit Cove. His family called the co-responder team multiple times in the hours before his death. Starting next year, the sheriff is launching Justice Files. It's a crime blotter published to the website showing the good, the bad, and the ugly his deputies see every day.
I'm looking forward to being a little more transparent here in the new year with the community about giving them a little peek behind the curtains.
The sheriff gives one reason for that 33% jump in responses: the West Denver effect. The county is getting busier. Take it from a dietitian. Even healthy eaters have a sweet tooth.
Oh, I have quite the sweet tooth, so I certainly save room for dessert.
That was Molly Edwards, a dietitian with Pants, physical activity and nutrition team of Summit.
I think allowing yourself to enjoy the holidays, the environment, the people that you're with, and the foods that you love for 1 or 2 days is not going to make or break you.
Her best advice for holiday feasting is balance.
Restriction doesn't necessarily work. Sometimes it makes you want food more. And so eating in moderation and finding foods that you can say, let me add this to my plate to help make my plate more balanced and nutritious, as opposed to saying, oh, I can't have this one food on my plate.
And she uses this one simple tip to balance better.
Use a plate. And I know that sounds silly, but sometimes when we're the ones prepping food or when we're at a party, it's so easy to walk around and graze. But just using a plate and kind of portioning out and seeing what you're eating.
Another tip: don't starve yourself before a big holiday meal. Eat a big balanced breakfast, and odds are good you will not overeat at dinner. But if you're counting the calories, we've got a few of the leanest and the meanest holiday foods. 4 slices of skinless turkey are 190 calories. 4 slices of beef pot roast, 390 calories. Raw veggies are 20 to 30 calories without ranch. With ranch, add 70 calories. A cup of green bean casserole, 140 calories. A cup of stuffing, 360 calories. A 7-ounce pour of red wine, it's 140 calories. A cup of whole milk eggnog, up to 440 calories. A slice of pumpkin pie, that's 320 calories. Pecan pie, a whopping 460 calories. Those numbers come from the Calorie Control Council. In sports, the Avalanche play the Senators tonight at 7. And in local sports, today on the Warmup from my Furnish in Frisco and Kremling, what kind of music are cheerleaders and dancers listening to when they're not on the floor? Summit High cheerleaders Juan and Allie.
We actually have a playlist we all put music into. My favorite track on there is Trophy by Charlie XCX. I don't know, she just really gets me going.
We also like listening to all-star cheer music. That really gets us hyped up.
Dancers Christina, Indy, and Carson at Alpine Dance Academy.
Taylor Swift, even though it's like chill, it just like gets my nerves down. Beyonce is my girl. I listen to her all the time when I need to get hyped. 2 different music moods. Like there's my chill stuff when I need to like calm my nerves, and that's like Noah Kahan. And there's like my hype music, which is like Indy said, like Beyonce or Doja Cat.
This has been the Warm-Up with local athletes. In other preps, Summit High Hockey is playing Woodland Park away today. Phil Lindemann, Krystal 93 News.